I'm starting off by making a square just like this. Trying to use straight lines, using my ruler, making sure the square is nice and neat. Then I'm going to pick where I want this square to turn into a cube by going back into space. So I'm going to pick 3 vertices or vertex where lines meet together. Then I'm going to for this purpose, I'm just going to choose an angle. And so I'm going to draw a line that I feel like is about the same length back as these. Then I'm going to keep that angle, okay? So everyone pause for a second, look at the screen. I have my square. I took this vertices and I pulled it back. The next line has to be the same angle. So I'm going to take my ruler, I'm going to slide it up to the next vertex right here, and I'm going to draw the line at the same angle. If it's like this and it's slightly off, or if it's like this and it's not going at this angle here, so if I was to stretch this line out like this, it's making this angle across my paper, okay? This line up here from this vertex also has to be stretching out at the same angle. Do you see that? Do you see how they're parallel with each other? If I was to stick the ruler in the middle, they're at the same angle, okay? So do that. Then the third vertex that we're pulling back has to be the same angle as well. So if I take my ruler and I have this angle, and then this one's the same angle, and then I pull back here, I want this one to be the same angle as well. So you can see, I was slightly off, but I'm close. So I want all 3 of these lines at the same angle. Now, when it comes to the lines in the very back of the cube, it's got to be the same as the square. So the very first square that I made, this line right here, is going straight up and down my paper. I've got to keep that angle to connect these 2 lines. The top line in my square was going straight across my paper. Like this. It's going straight across. The back of my cube also has to be going straight across. So I'm going to connect those 2 lines with a line that's going straight across, and those are parallel. Does that make sense? Okay, we're starting off with hatching, which is just single lines going in a single direction. You want to keep the direction of your lines, the same angles as the lines that were previous. So we got to figure out where our sun is hitting this thing. I'm going to say my sun is back here, and it is hitting it like this. And so the light's coming here, it's hitting this section. And so for the most part, the top of this cube is going to be white for the most part. I want them very spread out, and I want just a hint of shadow. Then the side of this cube, this side here, it's not getting any sun at all. So I'm going to put these lines very close together. And I'm going to be keeping the angle of the lines in the back that we drew. I'm using a ruler to make mine straight. Some people are really good at drawing straight lines, but I suggest using a ruler. Take a look at it. Does it look darker than the other? I'm going to come in and I'm going to add even more lines. I don't think it's dark enough. I'm not going to make my lines go all the way up so that I can show you how you can make part of yours darker and make the value start to change on some of it, like so. Okay. The last one is the sun's coming this way. And so as we get further up, it's probably getting a little bit more sun. And so I want this to be kind of gray. So I'm going to spread them out a little bit. Like so. So I have this side's gray, this side's kind of white, and this side's dark. I may go in with a second line that's a little bit shorter. Like so. All right, you do the same to yours.